Hey, what is up, YouTube? It is a StabX Beast here, and today I'm here with an older pistol from Nerf. I don't know the name of it actually exactly. Let's see. It doesn't say, but if anyone knows, please put it in the comments because I want to know. And as you can see, this orange thing, I painted this gray. I took a lot of pieces off. I took the barrel, like the little snub. I don't really like it that much. I took the laser thing out, like the cover. This cover that goes inside here and has the thing sticking out. I don't like that. And I took out this. This is like the air restriction spring, or for the little, I don't know, listen. If you can hear that thing clicking in there, it's like what stops the air, like too much air from going through. But now, listen, it's really loud, but it shoots a lot more air through. So this video is only, I'm just going to be showing you how to take apart your, well, obviously you know how to take apart, but some people don't know how to put it back together. So I'm just gonna start this up by taking it apart, okay guys? And always guys, if you ever paint your guns, remember some of them have painted tips, or the heads are painted, but then I'll show you one that I accidentally put on the outside that wasn't meant to be outside. Which one can you see? Which one has the painted tip and which one doesn't? The right one. Yes, you're right. Well, I put it on the outside because most screws actually are the same when they're on these guns, but it depends. It's only length. I mean, they're the same size of round, but not length. A lot of lengths are different, so I always just measure them next to each other. Which ones are the longer ones, which ones are the shorter ones, and obviously where the plastic is thicker, they're going to need the long ones. So I'm just going to completely take this apart. I've already taken this apart like 4 times just to look at it and make sure everything was okay, because I actually forgot to place a few screws. That was my fault, but yeah. As you can see, I picked the whole orange gray thing because I think orange and gray are a good color combination. But otherwise, yeah, I'll probably be doing other take aparts and tutorials. I mean, like, I don't even know what guns. I just took apart the Deploy CS6. That was a really challenging one, especially with the light. Like, if you take apart the light part, you're gonna really have to know what you're doing to put it all back together. And it's a challenging gun. It took me about 2 hours to get it back together because I almost just wanted to throw it away because I didn't know how to put it back together. But then I succeeded and went on and I got it. So, well, just kind of spinning with it. Almost all the screws are out now. Let's see. Oh, one screw left right here. And just warning you guys, I'm just gonna rank this as very easy of a build, or take apart and re-put back together, because all you need to really do is remember where the screws go, and there's not that much like mechanism in it. It's only the plunger and the trigger. So here's the full opening now. Oh wait, whoops, I forgot one important key: the battery cover on the bottom of the gun. If you guys like this whole setup of what I'm going to be doing now, please leave a like. And here we go. Even subscribe if you want. So these pieces will fall out. This is what holds the Nerf bullets in the right here under the laser, and they actually do come apart. I was quite surprised. So I just put the matches next to each other. Okay, this is all this is pretty much. It's a really easy setup. So plunger, trigger, laser, electronics for the laser, and the fuse right there. If it ever dies, that's what you're going to replace with the fuse. So pretty much you gotta see there's 2 screws here that hold the plunger in, these 2 screws that hold the laser in, 1 screw that holds the trigger in, and this trigger is pretty much just free and it kind of wiggles a lot. So right now we're just gonna first take out the trigger, and I recommend you keep the pieces with this stuff because I did not do that when I was putting the deploy CS6 back together, and I really forgot what pieces went where. So what I did, the spring will stay where it is, so you got to pull it out with your fingers. So just put the spring back on where it goes, and just put the screw right in the slot. And I just leave them together in some part, whatever, put them somewhere. So now we got the trigger out. Now it's just a free open space. Now when you get the laser out, this is quite a lot of screws for a laser. It's one screw. Here's the second screw. But then when you take it out, you can see that it's connected, so you can't pull it. It'll lift up the whole gun with you. So you have to kind of just put it stationary right here. And there's 3 screws holding that's what's holding this in, but I already took it out. And 2 screws holding the laser in. So a total of 7 screws you got to unscrew for this laser to come out completely. And guys, if you really don't like the laser, you can always just cut it right out, or you can just make sure you take the electronics out and save it maybe for something extra. I don't know. And they have a pretty cool red LED light in there. I might actually take an actual cat laser and put it in there, so if I'm ever aiming and I push my finger down on it, I can always, or put a switch so it'll push it itself, so I don't actually have to push it. But that takes a lot of parts that I don't have. Fifth screw or 4th screw on this whole thing. 5th screw. Now this is all that's all that's on this. So now you can literally just kind of take this off, and this is the front cover. Then you take this and just push right here on the edge of the laser. Then you can pull it right off. See, that's really all that is. And this is just pretty much to hold this really odd thing in there. I don't really like it, only because it's a really big distraction. There's no point in having it. And the thing sits in there really freely, so actually, never mind, they don't sit in there freely. There's this. I put it on the wrong way. I tried putting it this way. I tried putting it this way. It's wrong. You have to put it where it's back to back and has the rectangle formed. So there's these little brackets in there holding it. Right here. Right here. I'll get closer. Right here, if you can see it, and right there. And make sure you put each square into those slots, and then you can screw it back together. Then it will be fine. But I'm not going to be adding those because I do not want that in there anymore, because it doesn't, obviously it's painted. I painted over it. I forgot to take that out when I painted. So now that you got that off, and you got the whole laser, and there's an LED down inside there. And this little thing, if you can see, it's down in there. It's hard to see it, but yeah, all I do is just leave this whole thing there. And now we're coming to the plunger part. And just to warn you guys, I keep my stuff in sections so I don't lose them. And the spring should pop back because it's compressed in there just a little bit. None of these parts come apart like this. Obviously the plunger comes out, or the spring comes out with the plunging tube. Okay, this right here is really weird and complicated. Not really, but just joking. Well, when you pull, you'll actually pull this off, and then when you pull the barrel apart, like the little snub barrel, you will actually get the dart holder. And then what I just took off before everything, I took this off. This is like the air restriction. So look at this. It has this, and it has the same, holes for it. And when you put it in, it is supposed to reduce the air amount or airflow, so it can give you a good launch of air. So when you push the dart in there, it will actually push those back and give it more, or give it air it needs to go launch. But when you have that there, it reduces the air that flows through. But normally, if you had it in there, this spring would be on top, and this would be on top, so it would actually have a spring in there. So now it goes down, then comes right back up. I just dropped the piece. I'll be back. Hold on a second. Oh, there it is. Oh, there we go. Got that, and this, I'm not going to keep the spring in there because it's just kind of stupid to have it in there if you have nothing else in there. Or if you want, guys, you can actually take the whole thing out, and that's what I'm probably going to do because it didn't really, just stupid to add it in there. So when you guys are adding this back on, make sure you, oh, it looks like, hold on a second. I forgot something, guys. I was just tinkering with it, and this actually does come out. So you got a whole tube of lubed tunnel. So I recently scratched this stuff off for my gun, but I'm gonna scratch this off quick with a screwdriver if you want to. Then just, you know, rub it on there. I'll be right back after I'm done rubbing it off. Make sure to have like a towel. I use a microfiber towel because it sucks all this particles out better. And yeah, using a screwdriver probably is not the best. I would recommend using a quarter, just like you're doing a scratch ticket, because that's pretty much what this feels like. And I'll be right back.